Hi viewers, it's Peter back again. Just up here at Finch Hatton Gorge. I'm just going to go for a walk up to show you Araluen Falls and also Wheel of Fire. I've been up here a fair few times, and it's always a nice walk to do when you've got nothing better to do. So I'll just show you where we're going. We're down here at the moment. We'll just walk around up to Araluen Falls, and then we'll go back up to Wheel of Fire. There's a bit of a creek crossing up here, which there's no bridge. You've got to walk through water to get to it. With the recent rain, it'll be a little bit deep, I think. So we'll see what happens. There's the picnic area. A couple of little tables. There's toilets up over there for the visitors. Hi.
Hello.
This is a nice maintained track. In the introduction I said I don't walk too much on tracks. All I seem to be doing lately is walking on tracks. I'll have to change that shortly. Two reasons I'm up here. One, just to show you these falls, and the other reason, at the end of the month I'm doing the Simpson Desert Walk, which will take us about 3 weeks. And I need all the fitness I can get. The Simpson Desert Walk's about 400 kilometres long. It's a guided tour, so we won't have to carry anything. Just a bit of water for the day and some food for the day. Just up here, as you can hear it, Rawson's Creek to my right. And I'll just show you a little bit of that creek. One day I'll go for a walk up there and show you what's up there. Well, I've got to Rawson's Creek. I'll just go for a walk down and give you a quick look. Maybe I won't go for a walk down. It's upstream Rawson's Creek. I've been up there before, but not for many years. There's a tinker frog lives in this creek, and they don't really want people going in it. Not a lot of people anyway. So 1 or 2 people shouldn't matter, but they don't want groups in there. Okay, we'll head back and keep going up towards Araluen Falls. Well, the amount of people and the amount of vehicles in the car park, there'll be a fair few people there. Hey. 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 Did a couple of walks down further. There used to be a graded track at the Parks and Wildlife have let it go to rack and ruin, and people have made a shortcut up here to go to Mount Dalrymple and to Dillamai Falls. The reason they closed the track off is to Dillamai Falls, mainly to Dillamai Falls, because people were going up there and walking out on the rock face edge, getting into a point of no return, and then ending up down the bottom. There'd have to be a body retrieval after that. So they let the track go to rack and ruin, but other people have forged the road, a taped track up there. They can still go back up there. I was up there last year at Dillamai Falls doing an abseil with a group of people. That was an interesting time because it was very wet and slippery up there. A little gully full of lawyer vine, which we call wait a while, because when you get snagged up in it, you got to wait a while till you can unsnag yourself out all the hooks. This is the wait a while, and the hooks are, you can run your hand down it, but you can't run your hand up it because the hooks will get you. That tree is absolutely full of lawyer vine. This is the old track that used to go up to Dillamai Falls and Mount Dalrymple. Just followed up there, but it's all overgrown with lawyer vine and rubbish. So to get up there would be just about impossible. I'm not going to go up there today or tomorrow. Well, if I go up, I'll take you up through the shortcut. Just down here, not far as the turn off to Araluen Falls, which we'll go and have a quick look at. I don't normally go to these falls. Okay, turn left to Araluen, turn right up to Wheel of Fire. We'll do that one shortly. We'll go to Araluen at the moment and check out all the swimmers up here. Araluen Cascades. When I came here over 30 years ago, this walkway that I just walked out on, it was non-existent, and the steps just over here were non-existent. They just went around. So it's only a recent addition. When I came here about 30 years with my family, my daughter, I think she climbed up on this rock here, the tall rock, and we encourage you to jump off, which is probably about 3 or 4 metres. There's about 20 of us watching it, so nothing would have happened to us. But looking back, we shouldn't have done it. But yeah, she enjoyed it, and we were all there to watch it happen. All this water comes from up from the top of the range up near Mount Dalrymple. It comes down. I've walked a fair way up this creek. There's a few more waterfalls, a lot bigger than this one, probably a couple 40 metre ones up further. Araluen Falls is a quite large one, and Finch Hatton Gorge is another quite large one. I've been up, like I say, I've been up 3/4 of the way up this creek. Over behind this creek, over in that direction, there's another creek that runs parallel to this one and dumps into it. I've been up that one too. You get it from down below, probably walk from where the vehicles are, straight across this creek, and then keep walking through the forest into the next creek, and then follow it up. It's quite a nice walk too. Okay, we'll head up to Finch Hatton, Wheel of Fire, and have a look at that one. We've got to cross this creek up further, and there's no bridge. There's quite a good track on either side of it, but the bridge has been washed out many years ago, and it cost them about parts of wildlife probably $1 million to replace the bridge, and they're not going to do that. So everyone walks across the creek and see how wet we get. Got back to the turn off to Araluen and Wheel of Fire, so now we'll head up towards Wheel of Fire. This track follows the creek along. Oh, straight across the road. I wonder if Parks and Wildlife will ever clear that up. Quite a nice walk, walking through the rainforest. Quite pleasant, just the sound of the water, a few birds. Years ago I was in the SES, and some girl hurt herself in this creek just down a little bit, and they brought a helicopter in to winch her out. And the wash from those blades, while it hovered just above the trees, was unbelievable. And the trees coming down around our ears, I wonder more people didn't get hurt. I'm not in favour of those helicopters around trees, I tell you. Right, we got back. Oh, crikey, nearly fell over. Alright, that's not the crossing. Crossing's up a little bit further. Probably a little bit easier down there. I'll have to have a look later. There's the crossing just here. Well, we're at the crossing, and we'll see how we go. Not getting across it without falling in. Oh, it's not too bad. I thought there'd be more water than up here. It's a nice little creek. We'll go up another kilometre or so to the Wheeler Fire, and we'll follow the creek along, so you'll be able to see a lot more of it. Now, see if I can get across without falling in. I'm not worried about the camera, it's waterproof. Your mobile phone's not. Yeah. Sunbathing. I think I'll wet my feet. Ooh. Cool. If you walk, if you walk over that way and then come straight over here, it's a lot shallower. There's a couple of deep spots in that one. Now we'll see if they can make it. At the start of 380 odd steps. Now what, there's one across. See if the other lady can be just as successful. That's the word. The water's not running fast there, but one of them, just that girl slipped. She could hurt herself, so I'll just hang around until I get across. And I'll take off in front of them. Well, this is the start of about 387 steps, I think it is, up to Wheel of Fire. I just had a word to those girls and told them that I was filming them and what I was using the content for, and they were quite okay with it. So if they'd have said no, I would have got rid of that section of it at home. I wouldn't put it on the net if they disapproved of it. A bit of a waterway here. Yeah. I did say this was a maintained track. Starting to wonder. There's a bit more of that lawyer line in my hand. That's the main stem. Got more prickles on it. It looks like a palm tree, but when you get caught up in it, you definitely know it's not a palm tree. Definitely is a nice trick to walk this one. Nice little swimming hole in there. That's a violet, called an African violet. Whether it's African or not, I don't know. It goes everywhere up here, even in the dry. It'll still be a bit withered, but it still will be alive. Up here at Wheel of Fire now, and just going to show you what this waterfall looks like. It's named after the Wheel of Fire tree, and that's the flower to the Wheel of Fire. I thought I might have been here alone, but there's another young bloke sunbaking. So this is the water hole, or swimming hole. I don't know how deep that water is, but it's fairly deep, and there's A lot of stuff gone missing down there that no one's been able to retrieve, so it's got to be substantially deep. I'll just try and get out to the point and show you the main falls. Top of the falls up there. You follow this creek right up, but you can't get past here. You keep on going, there's another creek comes in on the left, and then you keep going up into the Araluen Falls, which is closed to experienced hikers only. And if you keep on going up after that, you'll get to Finch Hatton Gorge and then up to the top of the range. So this is the actual waterfall. I was up here the other day filming, but whatever I did wrong, this section didn't turn out. So I've come back today to show you the falls, and we've had extra rain, so it's got a lot more water coming over the falls. I'll just try and get up a bit higher without ending up in the creek. When I was in the SES years back, we used to do a practice up here with a crawl-in system. It was from off the top up there, the string a line across down to here, and that is for some people who used to try and climb that rock face, and you get up to a point, probably up here somewhere, and you slip and they just come bouncing down, end up in the water and or not even get in the water, end up on the rocks and need rescuing. So we used to practice up here for that retrieval. I have climbed up there when I was a young child. Well, I'm probably in my 30s, but now I know how dangerous it is. I shouldn't have done it. But you can get around through the bush if you really want to try and get up to the top of those falls. But yeah, there's a little bit of water coming down now. It makes a better photography than what I had the other day. When I was in the SES, I was sitting up on the rocks just up here. I was in the orange uniform, on the orange overalls, just monitoring some ropes that we had running from that point across the creek to over here somewhere. While I was sitting up there, a young couple came down the steps, and she was in her ordinary clothes and wanted to get in the swimmers. So the bloke, being a gentleman, he put his back to the steps, put a towel up so no one could see her. They didn't look up in the rocks to see me standing up there or sitting down. So I never let them know that I was there, but they might have worked it out. I don't know. There's a bloke sitting over there by himself. Yeah. Had a few swims up here, a few abseils up here. Last year I think it was, we walked through the bush up to Araluen Falls, walked down the creek and set up a rigging to come down this rock face. We got down to here and then put up another rope across so we could get across the creek. By the time we got here it was dark, we had limited torches. It was a bit of an experience, but we all made it without injury. But once you get here, it's just a matter of easy walk out. You sort of walk in. Now this is a very nice section of these falls. This whole creek is very nice when you walk up top. The creek coming in to the left, there's two big swimming holes up there, which is quite hard to get to. and further up that creek there's a lot more swimming holes which I've been up. I have to get up there again one day. In summertime it's nice swimming weather. That water is quite cold in that pool. That rock over there that man's climbing up, you can actually swim underneath that, and rock from that bit of a passage between these two rocks and just swimming down straight up out underneath it. A couple of years ago there's a tourist climbed up on that rock and he slipped and nosedived into that rock on the waterline. He was found in there a couple of days later in the water. That sort of tragedy, another tragedy has happened up here. That girl's not going to get in by the looks of it. She's too good. Don't blame her, I wouldn't get in either. Oh well, time I'll get out of here. Just pulled up just on the side of the creek at this water hole, came down off the track to show you a beautiful another swimming hole. No one seems to use these off-street swimming holes, which is good. They usually use the Araluen or water fire or on the side of the road going back. This firm, I'll tell you a story about this. This firm a couple of years ago, I was walking down the other side of Araluen. I went across to that creek I was talking about and I fell over, and this firm went up into my hand. It's about 1.4 centimetres long. It went about a half a centimetre into my hand. It was in there a week before I went to the doctors, and then within 2 days they chopped it out. The stick actually went through the carpal tunnel. That's how much damage it did. So that firm has cost me a lot of money in medical bills, but so be it. All in the front of bushwalking. That's about that's the worst injury I've ever had from my bushwalking, is falling on that firm. That's been over, I've been here 35 years, 33 years, whatever it is. My wife slipped over and did a rotator cuff, that's the word, a few years back. And that's about the most damage she's done. A couple of other people have broken arms and broken legs and sprains. But when you're out here in the bush doing the walking we're doing, it's yeah, you've got to be extremely careful. And when it does happen, well, so be it. Well, I've got back out to the car park and my walk is over for the day. Just a few metres to the car. So if you like this video on Wheel of Fire, Finch Hatton Gorge, Wheel of Fire and Araluen Falls, yes, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll get back with another video in the near future. Hopefully it'll be off track. So I'll catch you then. Thank you. Bye.